Hello and welcome back to the Cine Club podcast. I'm Matthew.
I'm Elliott.
I'm Billy.
And I'm Jake. Today, to conclude our Halloween lineup, we're returning to the slasher genre, tackling the classics we missed last time, as well as delving into modern attempts to revive the genre. Let's start with the grooviest of the lot, the original Evil Dead Trilogy. Personally, I think that they are awesome.
They are pretty
Agreed.
good. They are pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I mean, what can you say about Evil Dead, though? It's like three slightly different films just about connected loosely by horror.
The retcon each other.
Yeah, the retcon each other. Like, they're quite a consistent trilogy, and yet they're also really inconsistent all at the same time. I mean, you get Bruce Campbell giving his absolute most in every single
I
one.
think he's actually really good.
He's
Yeah.
brilliant.
I think
He's genuinely just a really good actor. Like, I would watch
good.
all sorts. He just needs to be in more stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Ash is just like one of the best horror characters ever. Like, or just one of the best film
I
characters
mean,
ever.
it was one of the... Now that I think about it, it's the first time I've seen him in, like, a serious role. Because I've only ever seen him in, like, when he shows up in Sam Raimi films.
Yeah.
It's like a little cameo. So I was like, he's going to be really funny in this. And I watched The Evil Dead,
Yeah.
they
Oh,
were-
yeah.
and it's not funny.
Yeah, it's not.
No,
funny.
It's not
No,
funny
no,
at
no,
all.
no.
It's horrifying.
It's quite funny when you watch it in certain conditions, because I remember when I watched it that Tyneside all night, I'd never found it funny before, but the various reactions to like the bad acting sometimes was really
Yeah.
funny. There was
I
like,
don't think the acting's that bad.
the acting's not terrible for what it is. It's really good, but
The
it's
main
like,
lead is really good. The girl who gets like possessed.
yeah.
Evil Dead.
Oh god, is that one Cheryl or is that?
Yeah,
think
I,
it's
I
one of
vaguely
them.
remember their names, but I can't remember
Yeah,
which.
you got Cheryl. Is one of them called Fred?
I don't. I know. Is one of. I know one of. I think one of them's
Who
called
cares? We
Scott,
only care about
but
Ash.
Yeah, Ash
Yeah.
is the main one.
Ashley Williams.
I think Ash is quite interesting because he's technically like the slasher, but he's also the final girl.
That's true.
yeah, he's a
that-
coward in the first one.
Yeah,
He is. He's
Yeah.
really, really funny in the first.
I think
one.
in the first one what I liked is I made notes for this
Oh, here
one.
we go.
You did, did you?
What?
You made notes.
I made
You
notes
dedicated to this
when I
one.
watched Evil Dead. I feel it's quite cool how it's quite a basic observation, but he proper loses humanity by the end. I think 'Cause
Yeah.
he's covered in blood. He doesn't say a word for the last like 20 minutes. He's just screaming his head off.
Yeah.
And then I like the bit at the also it's like completely like tire screech something else. But talking about like, I think the end is where it really picked up for me. Like the
Yeah.
last 15 minutes.
Yeah. Totally.
And then when he's going berserk, he's really good in it.
Yeah.
That's why you got to watch Evil Dead 2. 'Cause
I
it's
do.
just
Yeah.
it's
I
just
really need to
berserk
watch it.
all the way through.
It is.
But
yeah.
I'd read the description for Evil Dead 2 when I'd finished watching The Evil Dead last night. And no one told me that it was a reboot. So it says,
Yeah.
Ash Williams takes his girlfriend to a cabin. And I'm like, you think you would have learned
Yeah.
the first time, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And then I found out it's a sort of reboot.
The first sort of 20 minutes of Evil Dead 2 are basically like a remake of the first
yeah,
film.
we were talking about that
and
just
then-
before.
Yeah.
It's
like-
the show, the Ash vs Evil Dead show, says that this is where I met my first Linda.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah, they do that where it's like all of his girlfriends have the same
Yeah.
name, but they're not the same person. So then
No.
they like joke about that. Where it's like, yeah, that was my first Linda. And it's like, it's so funny.
That's quite good, actually.
The show's so good.
I've
It
watched
is.
bits of the show. The show looks really good.
Ash
It
vs.
is.
Evil
And I
Dead's
was gonna
brilliant.
watch.
It's
I was
like-
gonna watch. My Name Is Bruce last night.
Oh,
that was on the same app I was
That's
watching.
pretty
Evil Dead. on, Is it?
It's
Oh, I
it's
really
so
want
bad
to
it's
watch
good, I think. So, my name is Bruce.
I want to watch
It was just
that.
it's quite a short film, but it just felt so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ted Raimi has like 10 different parts and
Ted
he plays
Raimi
like
dressed up as
Hispanic
a
janitor.
Chinese person.
I
It's
like
just-
Ted Raimi.
Ted Raimi's class is
Yeah.
like that. There's another one where it's him, Bruce Campbell, and I feel like there's another person who always shows up in a lot of Sam Raimi stuff. But it's like, Ted Raimi is so funny.
Yes.
James Franco, I guess maybe. But yeah, I think the original Evil Dead is like it's weird because it's kind of hard to go back to it after you've seen Evil Dead 2 because
Yeah.
like I remember like when I watched Evil Dead 2 first because my
So
dad
did
was
I.
like, oh, like the first one's they just do everything that the first one does in the second one.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think the first one stands on its own as like a really
Okay.
good like because it's just so different. I think it's like it's almost like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 versus Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2
Yeah.
thing to a much lesser extent, where the first one has that gritty, low budget, like really I mean, you know, it looks
That's
like,
actually a really good comparison.
you know
now
what I
that think
mean?
about
Like it
yeah.
looks like a
Yeah.
college film, but it like
is.
because it is a college
Yeah.
film basically, yeah. And it has that like that really like eerie, ominous atmosphere to it, and it really does feel much more like, fuck me, I am trapped in a cabin in the middle of nowhere fighting off demons, where it's
Yeah.
like the second one's like, oh my god, I'm trapped in a cabin in the middle of nowhere fighting off demons, this is awesome. And it's like, you know, it's the same premise, same plot, same characters. You know, I know Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 has a few different characters, but like that idea where it's like
So general, like, sort of
the
body's
general
the
gist
same.
of it is
Yeah.
is the same. It's
Right.
just that same film done in a very different style. The only differences with there, I think, it lends itself much better to Evil Dead than it did to Texas
Yeah.
Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Like, I think I prefer the gritty, like grindhouse style for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I prefer the over the top, really ridiculous Sam Raimi-ness of Evil Dead 2 without it being. I don't think it goes too far though. That's the thing.
Mhm.
It's still very much a horror film. Like it's really grisly, and you show it to people, and they're still like, you know, it's disgusting. It's
Yeah.
awful. As I have done many times in my life, but it's really cool. I think it just balances it well. You know,
Yeah.
it's. But the first one, like I say, the first one's still totally
First
worth
one,
watching.
I really enjoyed it. It's quite short as well.
It's
only
that
about
is-
80
like an hour and
minutes.
20, yeah.
Yeah.
like really short,
But,
and it's
um,
just really easy to watch.
Yeah,
So
I'd put it on. I was like, well, I'll try watch this. I was gonna try watch the second one, but it wasn't. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I was like, well, I'll watch the first
You
one.
gotta buy them, man.
I
was
do.
gonna
I
say,
might
you
buy
could.
them.
You should have told us. I could have lent you them.
Yeah.
'Cause I've got them
Oh,
on- I've
I'll have
got
to
one
do
of
that.
them,
But I'm trying to think what else I like thought about it. The practical effects are unbelievable.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was just about to say it.
Really
The
Sam Raimi
effects
ran
are-
out of blood, and was it the first or second one?
It was. I could be either. They use so
Yes.
much blood, but
Yeah.
I mean, the second one does have that scene where
Where
he
it
like
sprays,
basically
yeah.
just uses like a hose and just like
Yeah.
blasts
Because
like
he shoots the wall and the blood just sprays him.
and the blood just comes flying out. But I wouldn't be surprised if they ran out of blood in the first one as well.
Yeah.
Because like it's really like there's some bits where it's like, oh, you know, like
Oh,
that,
the bit where like she grabs his leg.
when
the
she grabs his
pencil,
leg, and
yeah.
the bit where they stab his like his sort of
His ankle.
with the pencils, like
Grim.
it's just grim. But
Horrible.
you know, the makeup, the look of them when they turn into deadites,
Yeah.
like it looks
Yeah.
really cool, and like I love that bit where they're all like, you know, they're like chilling playing a board game, and then she's like up against the window, and she like turns around, she's like
Oh.
got like the all made up face and that like really creepy distorted
Oh.
voice that they do in all of the Evil Dead stuff after
Yeah.
this, but like. Yeah, because this one really it does set a lot of the like groundwork that you see. Like all of the others, they still follow that whole. You know, they've got the Book of the Dead, Necronomicon. They've got the recordings, the cabin, the Kandarian dagger or whatever it's
Yeah.
called, and like a lot of that stuff continues through. They just sort of expand upon it, but like, and you know, and just even just the fact that they're not really zombies. They're not really like demons. They're deadites. They're somewhere
Yeah.
in between. Like it's quite cool that they try to differentiate that a little bit, and like
Mm.
I just think it's awesome. It's really
Yeah.
cool. So
There is I'm not gonna obviously speak about it much because
oh god,
Violent.
Oh,
this genuinely, you know that bit.
The tree.
Yeah.
the tree.
do you know why they
The
did
tree
that?
of doom
though?
and destruction.
Like, you tell me why they did it, and I'll tell you what I honestly think about it.
I mean, the supposedly he hated that bit, but
Yeah,
he
Sam
only
Raimi despises it.
he
yeah.
he only put that in because he knew it would drum up controversy and
Yeah,
get
for
loads
shock
of
Okay.
publicity.
factor, yeah.
The
That's why he
for
did
the
it.
shock factor, and it did exactly that.
Well,
and
it
got
did, because you know what? It made me sort of. I was watching, I was like, it's so
like it's awful.
unnecessary,
yeah.
and it made me think there's a high chance I'm not going to enjoy the rest of this.
Yeah,
Because
like
that
I
bit
say,
really
well, I think
put me
I,
off.
I originally.
I still
like,
loved it. Don't like.
Yeah.
I was
I'm sure
worried
I
it was going to
switched
put
it
me
off
off, but
after
it
that
didn't.
when I first watched it.
really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like
I just
partly it was
knew,
because somebody
yeah.
was like coming into the house. I'm like, I'm not watching this when somebody's
Yeah.
getting like violated by a tree.
Yeah.
And then I just didn't go back to it for ages.
Really?
Yeah, no, I get that.
I get that, I know, because I'd heard about it, and I but like you know,
I hadn't.
once
I
you,
watched it when I was 11.
Oh,
I
really?
just went
Oh,
wrong.
no,
You were
I-
watching.
I'd
we
heard
mentioned
it,
you've been
like-
watching
Yeah.
some strange films.
Oh, yeah.
Go
it's
more
more, it's more the fact that, especially if you watch Evil Dead 2, because in Evil Dead 2 they do the same thing, except she gets like, no,
She just
she gets caught by a tree
like
and then she
Mac
gets
2.
pulled through the
Yeah.
through the woods. It's like the sound of like a motorbike playing,
Yeah.
and she's like flying
that's
through the
quite
woods
funny,
yeah.
really fast.
Yeah, she
It's
gets distracted
really-
like Mac 2 through the forest.
It's so funny. So,
Forest.
like,
That's
so
good,
that's what
that's
I mean. So like so when I watched Evil Dead 2 first, I was like, oh, that's so funny. And then you watch Evil Dead, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not funny at all.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you watch them the right way around, you probably watch Evil Dead 2 thinking, not this bit again, then just
That's
like,
really
Because
good.
the
Oh,
second
like
one is
so
a big
funny.
parody of the first one.
It is,
Sam Raimi
yeah,
said
like,
that.
they were very aware of like they wanted to take the piss out of the
Yes.
stupider parts of
Yeah.
the first one, I think, which is like, it's just so good though. Because the first one, like, I quite like the fact that it's like they have the slasher setup where it's like the ensemble cast and then Ash is the final girl.
Yeah.
Second one, Ash is like the only character for
Yeah.
like 90% of it. Like there are other characters, but they're just idiots or they get killed almost
Yeah.
instantly, and it's like
Yeah.
so funny. But like Ash is just losing his mind
Yeah.
for like most of that
And
film.
Ash in the second and third one is a completely different character to Evil Dead 1
Yes,
Ash.
100%.
Like,
yeah,
because in the first one, he is a coward.
yeah,
And-
he
and-
is.
And,
yeah.
and he is in the second one, but he's like got more bravado and like
Yeah, I love seeing the evolution of him from
Yeah.
like the sort of proper little coward in the first one
Yeah.
to then like, you know, he's still a bit of a coward, but he's a bit more cocky and kind
Yeah.
of like sick of their shit. And then the third one, he's just like a
full on action hero.
catchphrase
So
spouting
was the third
action
one
hero.
where he goes back in time.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Army of Darkness
Middle Ages.
Or
Medieval
Medieval
Dead.
Dead.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I've heard everyone I've like
It's so.
talked to says that's
yeah.
the first one.
I love-
It's
I
so
love-
quotable as
But
But
well.
it sounds
It
like
is.
it would be. It sounds like if you don't know anything about these films, which I don't really, it sounds like if someone said to me, right, the first one's student horror film, second one's kind of a reboot. I'd be like, okay. Third one, he goes back in time. Like, oh, hang on, 1 second, go back. He goes back in time. I would assume the third one would have been like the black sheep,
Yeah, you
like,
would
in a
think,
bad
but
way.
like it
but I've heard nothing but like.
It
good
really
things
should
about
have
it.
been terrible because, like, I think the only reason he did it back in time was because he wanted to do Xena Warrior Princess on
Yeah.
TV. So that film was basically like meant that was like a pilot to like say, look at me go, I can do medieval,
Yeah.
like I can do a medieval TV show. I
You can do anything. It's class.
He can do anything. He's
Yeah,
class,
absolutely.
but so you'd think, given that he wasn't really doing it as like a Evil Dead first priority, if you know what I mean, you'd think it would be
Yeah.
terrible.
They
That's-
released as Army of Darkness. They didn't have Evil Dead in the title.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's technically not, it's not even called like Evil Dead 3 or anything like that. It
Mm.
is just Army of Darkness. It's like a loose, you'd think it would just be a loose continuation, but it
Yeah.
does carry the plot on because Evil Dead 2 ends, there is a cliffhanger in Evil Dead 2 where he
Yeah.
does get sent back in time. I think it's because does he like read the wrong thing out of the book and it like opens the sort of portal or something? Or does
yeah,
he
in
just,
the second one,
the second one, he's
open wrong
like-
portal, yeah.
That's
it's something like that. He's like he's basically trying to like undo all of the demonic nonsense,
Yeah.
and then he accidentally sends himself back
Him-
in time.
Him and his car get sent
Him
back.
and his car, yeah. So he like arrives, and then the car comes with him, and then like all of these like knights are all worshiping him, and he's just like, no, it's so funny. It's like,
So have you got these? Have you got 2 in Army of Darkness?
I do. I've got them
Can
on
you-
Blu-ray.
Can
yeah.
you lend me them?
Of course I can.
Thank you very
yeah,
much.
it's fine.
I
I
really wanna watch
I
these
just can't believe that you've never seen them.
I don't know,
I
neither
feel
can
like
I,
it's one of those things
But no
where,
one's
like,
really like. I've heard it in passing,
Yeah.
but it's not like. So when people talk about like say Jurassic Park, which I
Yeah.
also haven't seen,
You also haven't
and
seen it.
and they're like, oh, I can't believe you haven't seen that. I've only ever heard Evil Dead mentioned a couple of times, but like
yeah.
I don't know how I've not seen it. It
It's
sounds
just-
like it would be right up my street.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. It's right up your street, and it's a weird link where it's like, oh, do you like the Spider-Man films? You're gonna
Mm.
love this trilogy of horror films,
Yeah.
then, you know. But the connection's so
Mm.
clear, you know. Like he's just so good
Yeah.
at both. But-
Before-
Speaking of connections, have you got anything? Were you about to say something there?
I was about to say one more thing.
Okay,
about
go
Evil
ahead.
Dead. The very end when he's like the sun comes up. And he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, great.
Yeah.
And then the camera shakes that.
Yeah.
I love that. That bit was
that
really
whole
good.
anything,
that for me it made it go up by another star. Just
Yeah.
that like
Yeah.
last.
anytime they
2
do
minutes.
that when they
The
it's
first
like,
person shots.
like the sort
Yeah.
of first person, is like the
Mm.
sound of it as it's like running and crashing
It's
through
like
everything.
terrifying.
There's like somewhere out there. There's diagrams of how they did all of those effects.
Mm.
Like they like did because obviously they were just like writing it when they were like in uni, so they were
Yeah.
like they had like drawn all of these
And what are
different
we doing?
effects and what are we doing? Yeah, exactly that. But it's really interesting
Yeah.
if
I
you
think
like
the final shot was just Sam Raimi running through the house with a camera.
yeah like, it was just like-
Offers chops.
Jason
That's right.
I was like Jason Bruce Springsteen.
But yeah, Evil Dead, very,
Very
good.
Yep. What about Hellraiser? I don't
Good.
have. I don't have a good,
Also very good.
transition into that. Hellraiser film.
Evil Dead's good. Anyway, Hellraiser. No,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So I knew nothing about Hellraiser, but somehow didn't know anything about it. And then
Fair
as
enough.
it started, it got about 10 minutes in, and I was like, this is going to be like the most sexually charged film I've seen in my life.
Yeah.
And watching it at 8:30 in the morning was bold.
Lovely.
That
I
is a
was sat
bold
there.
move.
It was
that,
I
yeah.
liked it.
Yeah. I really like it.
Yeah,
I think it's good. I
First
think,
two are amazing.
I've not seen
Yeah.
it. Is the second one good then?
Yes,
Second one's good.
It's
yeah.
a continuation. It's the same. Is it the wife or the stepmother?
It's
Yeah,
the
the
stepmother comes out of the
Yes.
mattress basically. So it's like, so you know how like
Oh, yeah.
so you know how that she resurrects Frank accidentally from the floor because of blood. Somebody like bleeds on the mattress that
Yeah.
the stepmother dies in, and then she comes back. But then they go into the the Hellraiser world rather than them coming into our world. So you get like it's
okay.
it's cool. It's like I
Sounds
think if it
cool.
was done by anyone else, it probably would have been terrible because it was like still Clive Barker
Yeah, he
and
had a
him
hand
doing
in it.
that vision of like his, because they're based on books. Like I've never read the
Oh,
books,
Yeah,
but my
the
dad,
Hellbound Heart.
the Hellbound Heart, my dad like always tells me how good, because he loves like Clive Barker, like all of his books,
Right.
but he tells me how good the actual like the original stories are, and like. And the fact that it's such a weird case. I don't think I can think of many other cases where the author of the book was also the director of the film. Like he
Yeah.
didn't just
Yeah.
write it; he like also was directing it, which is like really cool. And I
That's
think
quite
that
good. I like
that adds to the fact that it feels quite authentically like.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it feels like British, but it doesn't feel like a really like it doesn't feel like a really Hollywoody sort of
Yeah,
film.
it
If
doesn't,
you know what I
no.
mean? Like it's got
Yeah.
like where a lot of the later ones do, like Hellraiser 3. I really like that film. I think it's
Yeah.
really fun, but
That is a slasher.
it's
That's-
it's like a really American
Yeah.
Hollywood slasher film, like and it's really really dumb. But like the first two, I think feel really grounded. The first one especially, I love the fact that it's all pretty much all contained to that house.
That's what I was thinking. I like how self-contained it is.
Yeah, exactly that. It's all that house. It's all those characters, and it's all.
Mm.
I mean, you see some ridiculous shit, but it
Yeah.
like feels
Yeah.
really believable because it's all quite contained. It's all just that cube, It's
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
done by that, and it's like it's so cool. But
Yeah.
like it's just it's just any sort of visual. It's in the same way Evil Dead has like the Deadites and a load of like quite distinct visuals. Just anytime you see like hooks, chains, like
Yeah.
the
Think of
little
the
lament
Cenobites.
cube, like all of that. The Cenobites have just such like this. It's such a distinct look, because then they're sort of. I don't know if they are slashers. I don't know. It's
They're
kinda
barely
hard.
in the first one.
They're
They're
barely
hardly in
in
the
the
I would,
first
I would
one,
consider. I think people would consider like the Hellraiser series in general to be like a
like a
slash.
slasher.
Because
sort
I'm
of
sure at
thing,
one point
yeah.
it was thrown around when they didn't know what to do with Michael Myers, to have
Yeah.
him team up against Pinhead, like fight
That would
Pinhead.
be
Yeah.
interesting.
And then
yeah.
also Pinhead was meant to appear in the original ending to Freddy versus Jason. So
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? Because it's
Yeah.
like it's one of those things because they're like, because I can't really consider them. I mean I do see that and I consider them as slashers, but to me like it's because you invite them like
Yeah.
to your like presence to your
Yeah.
world.
well,
where, like,
it's the stepmother really who's the slasher
That's
in it
true,
because
yeah.
she's the one luring them in and bashing them about.
She's
That's true.
the actress who plays, she's really good.
she's
Yeah.
really really good.
Opposed
to-
yeah.
And I honestly think this. Whoever's playing Frank, I
Oh,
think he's appalling. Genuinely, I think he's horrific.
Come to daddy.
Come to daddy. I'm like, oh my god, Sean, it's hot. He's terrible. You know who I think is good then?
Go on.
The what the hell is he called? The dad.
Oh yeah,
I think
yeah,
he's
yeah.
actually quite good.
He's really cool.
The
I
guy
do
in
really
Dirty
like
Harry.
him.
He's the
That
he's
him?
he's the killer in Dirty Harry.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, he is. Oh my
Yeah, he is.
god, yeah.
There you
I
go.
wasn't Dirty Harry in ages.
He's
But-
just so cool. Like, yeah, that whole thing. Is it him who's all like chained up at the end to do the Jesus wept?
Yeah.
Explodes.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, it's like so cool.
Yeah.
That's it. It's another one where like when it ramps up at the end and like all of the Cenobites come out at once because
Yeah.
you get the like. You see them show up and you see them do the whole, like taunting them and those
Yeah.
like really cool lines. But then when they actually start doing stuff and like they don't give them names and I don't know where they got the names from, but I do know like I think
I can assume where they got Pinhead name from.
Pinhead
Yeah.
comes from the fact he's full of pins. The one with all the teeth, I think they call him Chatterer. And then-
Butterball.
Call them what?
Chatterer, because
Yeah.
he's got chattery teeth.
Okay.
Butterball's the fat
Yeah.
one, and
Charming.
yeah, and I can't.
Isn't she just called the Lady Cenobite?
She might just be called the Lady Cenobite or something like that.
Oh,
where she's got like
speaking
a
of-
yeah.
neck.
Speaking of the Cenobites,
Go on.
we found something out the other day. Do you know what I'm going to say?
I don't. Go
Yeah,
on.
Yeah.
Is this thing about Dion?
Dion's teacher plays one of the Cenobites.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
Di-
yeah.
Dion's
oh my God.
like primary school teacher or something. Obviously, Dion, the host, to anyone listening, his primary school teacher it was a Cenobite,
Yeah.
apparently.
You made it. It was a Cenobite.
didn't play it.
Yeah, you know, he's just
Oh,
he's,
God,
he's
really
retired from that life now.
He turned into a demonic gimp, basically.
Yeah,
That's what
you're
they
just
are,
dropping your
isn't it?
kids
Like,
off
yeah.
first day of school. It's just this fella with like hooks on his eyelids and all that.
Being like,
We have such sights to show you.
how was he allowed to teach in a school?
I know, that's it. It's like
Good lord.
they're just. Oh, it's so cool.
It's
though.
yeah, it is.
It is
I
pretty
was
cool.
worried. It is. I think it's really good.
I think
like
it's just they're just like really different kind of like like they're just a different kind of killer. Like there's something
Yeah.
about them. Like I think it was in an interview with Doug Bradley. He like said that Pinhead's like the kind of killer who would like he would like sit you down and like have a conversation with you first
Yeah.
before killing you.
Yeah.
Like he's very like classy and suave.
That's what I
even
like
though,
a slasher who it's the killer who speaks.
yeah, because
Yeah.
he
I quite
speaks
like
and
that.
like he's he's not just like threatening for the sake of threatening. He's like, no, you asked for this. Like this
Yeah,
was
yeah,
your
yeah.
this
This is
was
on you.
your idea. This is on you. Like I am not doing this because I want to. It's like
In contrast to Hellraiser 3, where he's
Yeah.
blown up church windows.
yeah, exactly that. And Hellraiser
It's kind
3
of
is
like
just-
the other sort of little case study we've got with Saw. 'Cause
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw-
His whole thing
I
is
think Jigsaw's a great.
you deserve it. Get in the room.
Yeah.
Get chopped up. Do you want to play a game? There you
Yeah.
go.
He says those exact words.
Yeah, he
goes,
does.
I'm going to
In
chop
that
you up.
accent.
I'm gonna play a game in that order. Yeah. So have you not seen Saw, have you?
I've not seen Saw. No.
Saw's quite
I
good.
tell you what, I have
I
seen.
thought it was better. It was
Saw's
better than I
really
thought it was
good.
going to be.
I know that's the thing I've always put off because I just thought, oh, it's just like people being tortured.
Well,
but
that's what I thought.
I've seen, I've seen Jigsaw.
Do you
newer
like
one.
Jigsaw?
I don't really
Jigsaw.
remember liking it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Do you not? Do you like the ending though?
What's the ending again? Is that the one where they like do the
Spoiler.
flashback? and he's like an
the
old
ending,
man.
The ending is set before Saw.
All right.
So
Really?
in Jigsaw, they are the first people. I think I could be wrong.
Yes.
They are
it
the
is,
first
yeah.
people to be
Seriously?
put in this game. Yeah.
Oh wow! So I actually kind of watched it in a
Yeah,
decent
you
order.
watched it in
Then,
the right
watching
order.
that
When
one
I
first.
saw that, I
Oh,
was like, "Oh, that blew my mind." And about a week later, I was like, "That film wasn't very good."
I mean, it's not
I
so
don't
much
mind it.
bad. I think it's just it's not that I didn't enjoy it. It's just there's only so much you can enjoy watching
Yeah.
people get like you
Yeah.
know put in those situations.
Well, that's what kind of why I enjoyed the first one more than I thought, because that was my
Yeah.
mentality going in and
Yeah.
why I put it off. But like, I thought this dynamic between the two characters was quite interesting. Like the mystery
Yeah.
around it. I didn't see the ending coming in that either.
What's the? I've not seen it. Yours. What's it?
Well, what's his
John
face?
Kramer.
John Kramer was in the room the whole time. There's,
Yeah.
there's like
yeah,
there's a
yeah.
dead body in the middle of the
Yeah.
room, and he looks like he's blown his head off,
right.
and like
there's
his,
a gun
his
next
blood's
to
meant
him.
to be poisoned and all that. And then like at the end, he just gets up and he peels all the
Oh my
makeup off, and he's
God,
just been lying in the
really?
middle of
It's
the
a
room,
really cool twist.
listening to them
that's so
like
cool.
argue and all that
Yeah.
for however long they've been in there.
So what does the puppet do?
He's just like a. It's
Like
just
a
Is he
front-
just the sort of
Yeah.
mascot
Yeah.
of it? Right.
So
Okay.
it's
that's-
just So
Yeah,
like it
pretty-
cuts to a different one of the traps, and then like the puppet rolls in, and he's sort of like explaining the rules of the
telling
game.
them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Because it wouldn't be
yeah.
as cool if like this
John
old
Kramer.
bastard walked in and said, "I want
Yeah,
you to do
granted.
this."
I thought it was like when I was a kid. I thought it was like a Chucky thing, and
Oh,
he was
yeah.
like the little killer. Like that puppet was the thing. But
Well,
yeah.
that's a strange thing. Cause he's got the puppet, but then he's also got like a red robe and a pig head.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that right? So that's where that comes from as well.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Has anyone
Um,
seen
The one with Chris Rock.
Yeah, it is Chris Rock.
Oh.
I was
Spiral.
thinking, I was like, if it's not Chris Rock, it's gonna look really bad.
Yeah, it
I'll
is
say
Chris.
it's Chris
Spiral,
Rock,
the
yeah.
Book of Saw.
That's what's called.
Chris
It's,
Rock.
well, it's quite
Samuel
interesting. that
Jackson's
I
in it.
feel like
See?
Yeah.
Saw's sort of like established up some of the biggest names in like modern horror now, because you've
Yeah.
got Lee Whannell, who like did a load of the Blumhouse stuff.
Oh,
like
Yeah.
right. yeah.
what was it? I think it was
Invisible
Insidious.
Man as
Yeah,
well,
Invisible
wasn't it?
Man,
Yeah.
Wolfman. I'm sure it's either Insidious or Conjuring. They're both the same to me. And then
Conjuring was James Wan. I think.
James
Yeah,
Wan
James Wan.
directed the original.
Did he
Saw.
actually?
Yeah.
Really?
There
oh
you
my
go.
god, there you go. So that is a point because he's like he's like the name that they attach to anything now.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
from producer James Wan, which means he probably like signed a bit of paper
I
saying,
know.
yeah, the
Mhm.
title sounds fine. Like he had nothing to do with it really, but they'd like advertise it like he was like really involved. But I'm gonna have to watch that
I know,
actually. Yeah,
but
that
it's-
sounds
it's
that
pretty
sounds
good.
Quite recently, didn't they? Saw X.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
That was meant to be really good as
It
well.
came out
Yeah.
recently,
Yeah.
and then like I'm
23,
sure the
I think.
next one's
Yeah.
sort of been put on hold for a while. But yeah, I feel like that until recently that Saw was kind of like the last big slasher quote unquote
Yeah.
franchise
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
where like one of the characters took the world by storm because everybody knew who Billy the Puppet was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I don't know
it
who
is.
it
That's
is,
true.
Probably Terrifier now. isn't it?
Yeah.
I think Saw and like Final Destination are the two big series that they're total blind spots to me that I still.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen
I've
Final
seen
Destination.
The Final Destination.
I feel like
Feels a
Final
soft reboot.
Final Destination's almost a slasher.
It's almost-
I guess,
yeah,
'cause, like,
kind of.
The concept of death is the slasher,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and whoever
Especially
that
in the newer one.
yeah, exactly. And that coward dude who's like always like seeing shit. He's like, I guess he's the final girl.
Yeah.
I need to watch them properly, but I've never. Yeah, I don't know. Like I say, I've just never. I think I was put off by the posters as
The
well.
posters are horrible.
Because the posters are
Yeah.
horrible. Every time I saw those, I was like, "Wow!"
Well, like,
Yeah,
well, I
it's like,
saw
whatever.
that and I still didn't put it together. Like, I only put it together 2 minutes before like the thing with the foot happened. I'm like, oh, okay. So obviously, that I take it that the posters are like actually related to the
really?
crimes.
Yeah. I think it has the traps on some of them. I think
Mhm.
Saw X does. It has that.
thing with
the
the
eyes.
eyes.
Saw
yeah.
X thing's pretty cool because it's like
Yeah.
the eyes
Yeah,
make the
that-
X,
yeah.
which I did actually think
Jigsaw's
that
got
was
the face.
yeah.
There you go.
Jigsaw's just the fella. Yeah.
Jigsaw's
Which is the one where they do the flashback with
That's what I
where
was
he's like a
thinking
kid in
of.
like a cap and that, but it's like fully grown John Kramer.
And he's
What?
like,
Oh,
they
I know
do
what
like
you're
a
about.
flashback, and
Yeah.
they like dress him up like the Steve Buscemi "How do you do, fellow kids" thing.
Yeah.
That's
But like,
maybe the funniest thing.
it's really funny.
Can you imagine him saying that in the script? He's like, "Do I need to dress like this?" Like, yes, you do.
I'm sure it was one of the newer ones as well, which means that it's not even like a thing, like a pre-de-age and tech thing. It was just they probably couldn't be asked. It's like, let's just put him in some like it's like when they dress Rigby up in regular show. That's exactly what it looks like. It's like, but
I feel like Saw kind of, now that I think about it, kind of the Riddler in any Batman films very.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
based on
that's a
Soul.
point actually. Yeah,
He's
Yeah.
like, I'm killing these people in this way, but I've got a reason for it.
Yeah.
Quite
Does
cool.
he know?
The only.
Yeah, it's like a mix. Well, I think Riddler has sort of taken a lot from Soul, like
Yeah.
even before that, because like the
Not
Arkham
like an
game
Arkham
Riddler.
City when they've got,
Yeah, he's got like the bomb things on the
Boxes
head and
red.
all that, and then you see all of his contraptions in Night as well. It's quite cool. It's cool.
Billy the Puppet's massive mech. I must have missed that one.
That's
but,
why they've had
yeah.
to delay the new one because they need
Oh,
time
yeah.
to build it.
John Kramer's
Yeah.
massive
John Kramer mech.
85-year-old John Kramer.
There is a poster for one of these Saw films where it's like a massive rig and they're building a big robot John Kramer. I just
so
remember
good.
this.
I'm gonna Google this. Keep talking.
It was like a-
Neon Genesis Evangelion. They've got the John.
It was like a
Unbelievable.
sleeper activation thing there. You're like, big John Kramer robot. I was like,
That's not real.
It is.
Wait, show us.
Oh my god! Wow.
anyone who's listening at this point, go look it up for the big John Kramer
looks like
robot.
Stallone.
Have a
poster.
look. That looks absolutely brilliant. It's just like the Spy Kids 3 thing.
So I'm
Yeah,
dying.
Oh
Yeah.
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 Oh well, I'm gonna have to watch.
Saw's
Saw, 'cause
pretty
that
cool.
actually sounds really good. Yeah, you've sold me on it when I'd just not been bothered.
The
before.
only problem with the Saw franchise is like, apart from like Amanda and John Kramer, there's like no memorable characters in the franchise at all.
yeah, which is a shame.
They kill all the potential good characters like early on. Like the cop in the first one, is it Detective Tapp?
Yeah.
They kill him
Yeah.
off straight away.
You need like a good. I think actually because that's a point we never really mentioned in like Evil Dead. I know we talk about Ash. He's like the good human character, but I guess like Kirsty, who shows up in both the
Yeah.
Hellraiser films, she's quite a good like final girl.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you,
she
you
is.
need a through line.
You do. You need like a sort of Laurie Strode to keep it all.
Yeah.
Right, sorry. I was thinking there. I was like, how does Jigsaw end again?
Oh.
I swear to God, I could be wrong. So John Kramer years ago, it's like the
so
first
long
ever
since I watched
thing.
this film. I'm really
He
gonna
gets
have to
this guy. He's been diagnosed with cancer, and I could be wrong, but I swear he thinks the guy has like misdiagnosed him. So he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm gonna kill
Yeah,
you."
because they
Then he-
swap the things around,
Then
yeah.
he puts them in the
Oh,
thing, and then he
yeah.
goes, "Hang on, he was right." So he runs in to save him, doesn't he? And he like drags him
Yeah.
out, and he's like, "I'm just gonna keep you alive now. He could be my mate." Is that how it ends? Or am I going mad?
I think so, yeah.
I think you're
So
right. I vaguely
stupid.
remember that, and
It's been years since I
that
watched
was
it.
it. Totally lost me at that
Yeah.
point. I was just like, I think it was because you know when you watch a film and you just assume that something's stupid and makes no sense because you're missing a load of context.
Yeah, and then
That was like, that was like me with that. I was like, oh, there must be something that happens in another Saw film that explains why this is so fucking stupid. But,
Yeah.
but then maybe there isn't. But
I
yeah,
haven't been framed for a crime, and then you wake up in that room. You're like, "Oh, I can't fucking win."
it's like
Oh,
lose-lose
yeah.
situation.
sorry, I had to cut them in there.
Yeah, that's
God.
fine. We've made a couple of references to it, but we're going to move on to the modern attempts at bringing the slasher back in various forms. That's including Blumhouse's various attempts. They are desperate for a slasher. And the infamous Terrifier series. Are you a fan of any of them?
Yeah. Can I quickly?
Haven't seen
I want to see.
Go on.
Can I rattle off a couple
Yeah.
of slashers that I've seen recently
Go
that I
on.
think are abysmal? You watch Slender Man?
Oh yeah. Oh.
That might be it.
I didn't even need to watch
that it?
Slender Man.
That might be
Oh,
it.
terrible. Did
Um,
they actually make that?
Yes.
Yeah, they
back in
did.
2018.
I thought that was still in like development hell. I didn't
No.
know that
No,
came
no.
out.
It's
They'd
awful.
missed the boat by that much. I just can't
Nobody
be bothered
cared,
to watch
yeah.
it.
That's all I can think of really. That just came to mind now.
That'd be-
Slender Man.
But yeah,
That'd be like if
Terrifier.
they made a Five Nights at Freddy's film in
Who would do that?
2022. Imagine that.
You spoke about that in the video games episode.
Yeah,
haven't
we've
you?
already
Yeah.
talked about FNAF, but
Right.
next one's coming out soon. Can't wait.
Yeah. December.
I'm not going.
I'll go.
But yeah,
Terrifiers, yeah.
we'll go Terrifier. That's the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, Matthew.
There he is.
Unleash.
So Terrifier. All the hype was going around, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
my story. All the hype was going
Oh,
around.
God.
So I watched the first one. I think it was around Halloween. I watched. The
It was
first
this
one.
time last
This
year,
time last
wasn't
year,
it?
yeah.
because the third one
And I
was
was like, the
coming
first
out.
one, I was like, okay, it's fine. It's funny how Art the Clown just gets a gun at one point.
Yeah.
Blows
Okay.
someone.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm going to kill you. And he's like, shut up. And he just blows her head off.
Indiana Jones.
The second
Yeah.
one has got that kid on TikTok who goes around with his girlfriend.
Yeah,
to go
he's like
watch-
the young Elliott Fulham, I think he's called.
God, I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
so old. Yeah, I haven't seen any of the Terrifier films. I don't know who these TikTok people are.
He's
Who are
in
you
it.
people?
The second one. The second one, I fell asleep 3 times. I had to
Brilliant.
keep reminding it.
That's
And the
awesome.
third
It
one.
is 2.5 hours, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
2.5
Yes, the
hours.
second
Are
one is
you
ridiculously
kidding?
long.
The
Seriously?
third one I saw in the cinema, and it
All
was
right.
the only film ever where I thought I was going to be sick.
Oh.
So it's got that
Jesus
going for it.
Christ.
Be excited because what was it like? A few that came out like a little bit ago, where it was like a really long film. Because I'm sure that director quote tweeted it saying like, "Oh, I hope Terrifier fans like long films. The next one's gonna be like 3 hours or something."
Jesus Christ. That is too long for
That's
a
too
slasher
long for a
film.
slasher.
You
Yeah.
cannot
Yeah.
stomach that.
That was
one.
what I prefaced in my in the review of the second one. It's like, it's fine, but like, you don't need a slash film to
No.
be 2.5
The
hours.
This
finish-
one's only an hour and a bit. Isn't it?
Yeah,
Hour
the
and a
first
half.
one's like
That's like part of the reason why I like slasher films so much, because they're so easy to watch. You can
Yeah.
just flick them on, and they're like very rarely more than 90 minutes.
well, the
And,
first one's like 80 minutes. The
Yeah.
second
Yeah.
one's like 2.5 hours.
Yes.
And the
Yeah.
third one's like 2 hours.
2 hours is slightly better,
Yeah.
but I do remember even Terrifier 2 coming out and that being the one that really kicked the hype train
did,
off,
it
because
was.
I'd known of Terrifier, but nobody. It was like
I hadn't really.
it was
until
like
the
it
third
was
one.
it was a niche thing that
It was
like
very low budget.
yeah, it was really low budget. The odd person would be like, oh, if you want a good like modern slasher film, they'd be like, watch Terrifier. And I was like, okay, whatever. Nobody really knew that much about it, but then the second one came out and it was like quite big. I mean, I remember like this was like I was in like sixth form at the time, I think, and I remember people who like didn't talk about films at all, didn't have any interest in horror films at all, were like saying to me, "Oh, have you seen Terrifier 2? Oh, I saw it last week with my friends. It was awful. It was so disgusting." And I was like, these are like, I was like, "What are you doing going to the cinema seeing fucking Terrifier 2? Like, are you kidding? Like, really?" But
But that's why I'm more willing to refute the claims like that. Like, yeah, it's not the best of films, but
They do the job.
like you go back to that original slasher episode we did.
yeah,
I was sat here like saying, "Oh, industry planned,
Yeah.
it's crap." But like, I've
Yeah,
seen
like-
the films, I've mucked in, I've done the research around it, and like, I've got to have an admiration for it.
you do. Yeah, I respect the fact that it's come from quite a low budget
Yeah.
thing to
Yeah.
actually being like because when 3 came out, it was like massive. It made
Yeah, it
loads
was.
of money. It was like a really big campaign. Like I saw the ads, the posters all
Yeah.
over, and you couldn't escape it. And the second one was kind of the same, but
yeah,
that was just way more unexpected because I don't think anybody had really known about it. And then suddenly everybody knew about it. It
Exactly.
was like, it was around the same, I think it was that and Squid Game, I remember being the big things that everybody was talking about. And it was another thing where I was like, why are you watching that? It's like a show where people get their heads blown off in like every
Yeah.
episode.
like,
But like,
Damien Leone like sort of built it from the ground up, and it's taken like over a decade to do. And
yeah.
you had All Hallows Eve, which I did have to switch off because it was really bad.
Yeah, it was.
To get like Art the Clown onto a DVD, so you can just be out there and people can start to recognize them. And then
Yeah.
you had the first one, which is basically just like an extended version of that short, and first one with David Howard Thornton,
Yeah.
which is like
Really
he's really good.
Yeah.
You've not seen that at all.
I haven't seen any of them.
He-
The
I
name
think
sounds
you can
familiar.
watch them just for him.
Yeah.
Just for
Phenomenal.
him.
Well, that's exactly why the franchise, like, if we're talking about slasher revivals, have they managed it?
There's like the modern.
It has with
equivalent.
Terrifier.
Yeah, like where it's like he's like the modern Kane Hodder.
He's
or,
Freddy
like,
Krueger.
Yeah,
Art the
like
Clown
that.
is the modern Freddy
He's
Krueger.
the
That's
slasher
true,
figure,
yeah.
like
Yeah,
face.
because
He
like
is.
in the way Freddy became a cultural phenomenon in the 80s, because he was like a wisecracking slasher. He wasn't one of these silent types.
Yeah, yeah,
And he was like one of these people that you could go in. Obviously, it was gross, but you could laugh at him.
yeah.
Art does it in the same way, but like not with quips, but just
Yeah,
like with
just
physical
the
comedy.
mannerisms
Yeah.
and the way he is. Yeah, I do respect that. I mean, it's a really, really good design as well,
Mhm.
like which is
Yeah.
really important with stuff like that because like I think that's the thing where the Blumhouse ones don't really work as
Yeah.
You
well. 'cause,
can't
like,
get a good design.
they just can't design a good slasher.
Yeah.
Like they're always just like some really stupid looking mask or like some dude, you know,
Yeah.
like it's never there's not like a classic design. Like don't get me wrong, like I know they're really pushing for like the grabber and the black phone to be the
Yeah.
latest one. That's just Ethan Hawke and like a slightly funny looking mask.
no.
It's
What
not
puts
like
me off is that it's Ethan Hawke.
Why
Yeah.
is
You know
Ethan
who
Yeah,
he
Hawke?
is.
he's
Yeah,
too
like-
he's
Like,
too
you
well
wouldn't get
known of a
De Niro to play
star.
a slasher, would you?
Yeah,
No, I know it's a fair point. Like it
You
is,
know.
it is a bit of a weird case, but like
it's why you need like a lesser known actor, because obviously Robert Englund, he'd done stuff before,
Yeah.
but then like people just knew him for
knew
Freddy.
him
Yeah,
as
he was
Freddy,
Freddy.
yeah. To the
Yeah.
point where like you see Freddy Krueger even when he's not
Yeah.
wearing
Yeah.
And
makeup. Like he
it's the
just
same
looks.
with David Howard Thornton. Obviously, he's done stuff
Yeah.
before. He's played like the Joker in fan films
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But then he's taken on this role, and
Cannot
he-
escape
yeah.
clowns, can't
Yeah,
he?
he
Not? Is that
can't.
just the only thing he plays? But
He plays like slasher Grinch.
Oh,
in that-
does he?
that-
Oh, the mean one.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
And then I'm sure he was the Mickey Mouse in the Steamboat.
Oh.
Willie
Oh,
one
was
as
he
well.
in Winnie the Pooh as well?
I don't think he
Blood,
was.
Blood and Honey. There you go. There's
There's
some
one.
modern slashers. They're
That's
really
good.
trying
Like,
with those.
he's
I
like
mean,
funny as well.
He is,
Like,
he's
there's a
funny.
bit in the third
Yeah.
one that genuinely I thought was really funny. It's the bit when he sees Santa.
Yeah,
He sees
Yeah.
Santa in
he's
Right.
the
getting
third
really
one,
excited.
and Santa's like on the bevies, and Santa starts giving him a lip, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm just gonna. And he kills him.
kill him.
And
yeah.
he goes on dressed as Santa.
Yeah, he
Oh,
pinches
right.
his costume, like rips his beard off his face,
Yeah,
and
he
just
does.
starts wearing his beard.
Okay, that's the thing. It's like stuff like that. It's like memorable moments, a good design, a good actor playing them.
Yeah.
And they're doing the thing that 80 slashers did where they're just like making loads of sequels. Like, I mean, I know that it's like, I guess we're a little bit more critical of like franchises getting like milked to death nowadays,
yeah.
but at the same time, like, I always thought that was just a trademark of slasher films.
yeah,
that they
it
got
feels
way
like a
too
return
many
to the
sequels.
class-
Like, it
Yeah.
feels like
Return to
that.
form.
Yeah.
It's got a proper through line as well, which is what you need.
Oh,
'cause
really?
The first one doesn't so much, but like you get to the second one, it introduces like the Sienna Shaw, who's like the final
Yeah.
girl,
Okay.
Yeah.
and her brother, and then it introduces like a whole mythical plot line where it's like Art the Clown's like a demon or something.
Right.
The demon child.
Yeah, and then it like carries on into the third film, and you get like returning characters from that first film, but like changed and all new. And
Okay,
so
right.
they are like actually connected as well, which I've got to give them props
Yeah,
for.
that's
Yeah.
you gotta respect that because
it's
most
more than most of the classic franchises
exactly that.
did.
Yeah, like even like Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, all of them
Yeah.
hardly did that.
Yeah.
So that's fair
Mm.
enough.
And I think that's why I really like the second one, because the second one actually, yes, it focused more on the gore. It still had a big focus on the gore, but it
Yeah.
actually attempted at a story.
Yeah.
Unlike the first
Yeah.
one,
where it was just gore.
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
just gore.
Okay.
But the second one had, like you said, had the characters, like put like the main
Well,
girl in.
that's
It's Sienna
why-
Shaw.
That's why I ended up kind of liking them, because
Yeah.
it's actually got a story to them. I feel like when you get to those like the trademark gore moments, that they are the worst part of the film, because like
They're just
I-
doing that for shock
yeah.
value, like the
Yeah.
tree bit in Evil Dead.
But, like,
it's like that's
even
the
even
stuff
from a
everyone
filmmaking
talks about.
perspective, it's like it feels like they take a step back in quality to make these scenes. So like the camera quality seems to change because maybe they don't want to damage the
Yeah,
expensive. It's more noticeable with the third film, because the third film
Filmed on
actually looks quite
iPhone.
cinematic.
yeah,
It's because the budget increase between 2 and 3 is really noticeable.
yeah.
Then you get like the trademark like gore scene where he's hacking someone up in the shower or something.
Oh, that
Oh.
bit's horrible.
but it's
And
it's
the
like
salt scene in the second one.
the camera, the camera quality and like the way they shoot the scene seems really different to the entire rest of the
Mm.
film.
Yeah, more
And
like it's
yeah.
like yeah.
It's shot like a bad porno, if that makes sense.
yeah. I can-
It's the same with the second one, like you say, where he's in like somebody's bedroom and he's like hacking
Yeah.
her up and like he's pouring salt and
Scalps her,
bleach
yeah.
on her and all that. It's like that.
Yeah.
I've seen that, but only because I saw somebody edit it so it looked like he was putting salt on fish and chips. Because the happiest British bloke tops his fish and chips with salt, and he's like, "Oh, the clown's like going around." It's like so
The
funny.
thing is about the clown, he thinks everything he's doing is funny, even if it's
like
some of the things he's doing, he does to annoy people. Like, is it the girl who's waiting in line? He like gets the hot starts like thinking in her ear.
It's just
right,
badgering
yeah.
people. That's
where he's got the glasses on.
Yeah.
he's trying to wind people
So
over.
Yeah.
funny. Then there's bits as well where he does that, and it's like, that's funny. You know the bit in the first one where he's in like a kebab shop or something?
Yeah.
He's just sat there staring at it.
Yeah,
He's not smiling. It's
It's
horrifying.
really
Terrifying.
yeah, that's the thing. I know.
terrifying.
Oh,
Oh, bazinga.
He's the
But,
Terrifier.
Yeah, well, that's another thing. People
Yeah.
call him the Terrifier, but like they still know who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
It
he's
was
just known.
it was
like,
mad when I went. Like, it's different over here than it is like in America, because I went over to America and like everybody was wearing all this like Terrifier merchandise. It was like,
yeah.
oh my god, it's like actually a
It's like
cultural
quite a
phenomenon
big,
over
quite
here.
a big thing over there, and it's
wow.
and it
was-
has bled over here a bit.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
like I say,
like
it's
the
the
Spirit
third one.
Halloween's over there. Like, it's just all Terrifier stuff.
yeah,
and,
it's like
yeah, and it carried on that playfulness with the stuff that like the Terrifier stuff I did over there. It's like, obviously he's walking around Universal and he's like interacting with people, and then even in the house the actors are sort of carrying on that
yeah,
David
but, like,
Howard Thornton like silliness, where they're like you're playing along with them, kind
Yeah.
of, which was kind of cool. But yeah, I think
Did you get absolutely drenched? Like I have heard.
I did get quite wet off the. It's like it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's like, so basically you get to the end of this Terrifier like haunted house they did, and it's like you can go on a drive path, or there's the symphony of blood, and like you walk through and it's meant to be like the pouring blood down on you, but it wasn't. I think they dialed it back a bit because people were getting too wet.
I heard that, and also I heard the place fucking flooded
Yeah.
like a week after it opened because there was way too much.
But
I was like,
then again, that also speaks to how much of a sort of revival it's brought to the slasher genre. It's a fairly new franchise,
Yeah.
and yet it's been featured at this big,
yeah, it's like
like
horror
the big-
nights.
the
That's, like,
biggest-
the big leagues. you
yeah, the
know,
big
like,
horror event like globally.
totally. Yeah,
Gotta
that's a good
respect it.
point. I do respect that, and I do think I'm gonna have to give them a try because like. Just in my household, it was like my dad, my brother, like watched all of them, and I think they've watched all of them multiple times.
So I was gonna rewatch them for this episode.
And like even my dad keeps saying, "Oh, like we should watch them. Like they're grotesque and awful, but I
Yeah.
think you would like them." And I'm like, I think I probably would now that I'm talking about it
Yeah.
because you've justified it to me in a
I
way.
really need to watch the third one. It looks
the
good.
third one's really.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
actually really like the third one. I
Third
don't
one's
really
right.
like it, but I think it's better than
Better than the
but
others.
yeah.
yeah.
like even the first one. It took us by surprise because he's not a conventional slasher. Like what Matthew said before, when he just pulls out a gun and shoots
Yeah.
someone. I was
Yeah.
like, what the hell?
You really
That's
just
not what
think,
slashers
what
do.
I like
Yeah.
is you genuinely, you can't. I don't think you can say this about any modern slashers. You can't predict what he's
You
going
c-
to
yeah,
do.
you-
next.
you don't-
yeah.
Like no one thought he was going to pull a Glock out and blow him.
Nobody thought he was
No
gonna
one
like
thought he was gonna
walk around
dress
in a
as
woman,
Santa Claus.
like woman's skin and
Oh,
put hair on and all
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, it's horrible. It's disgusting.
That's the funny thing about these. You like we've talked about horror films, and you generally say I'm not that big on horror films.
I'm
You've
not-
seen
yeah.
fucking Terrifier.
Yeah.
That's like more. That's more than me, and I like
Yeah.
have seen all sorts.
I think
But
it's because, like I've said before, I like horror films where like there's a sense of dread.
as long
So
as
Ghostwatch, Creep, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I wasn't that big on like gore films, but
yeah,
I must like them to an extent because I've seen all
you've
three
seen
of
quite
them.
a few. Of
I've
these,
given
and
Art
you
the
do
Clown
quite
about
like-
8 hours of my time, so I must like it to
Yeah.
an extent.
That's the thing. Well, it is. It's just. I think, like you say, it is important. Not just to judge them for for like what the films are like, but just for what it's actually done. Because, like
Yeah.
you say, I couldn't have imagined like a franchise like that where people are just talking about it. You
Exactly,
know, it's a big thing.
it's a
like,
testament to indie cinema. 'Cause
It
it's,
is.
like those first two films didn't really have a big broadcast, like
No.
a big distributor.
Yeah,
Mm.
and
Like
that's
you said,
how a
it
lot
used
of these like.
GoFundMe.
Mhm.
I think it was the first one had a GoFundMe.
It was,
Oh,
yeah. And
yeah.
the second one, I'm sure, had a GoFundMe as well, and they smashed the goal that much, but like it went over.
It's like
and I think
proper
that's-
got a cinematic release.
That's
Yeah.
why
and
it's
all
It
two
had,
and a
like,
half hours.
Over
I think.
tripled the budget of the first one.
Because it's
You respect
the-
that. Yeah.
you like it hit the goal and then it went over, and that's like the whole clown cafe
Yeah.
bit in the second one. That was only in it because they got so much more
more
money
money.
than they were expecting that they could put that in, and that's like a whole
Jesus.
20-minute scene. So that's probably why it's
Yeah.
2.5
That's
hours.
yeah. They've like made it longer than they actually
Yeah.
thought they were going to be able to. So like we're probably not going to make another one of these. So let's
Yeah.
just throw everything in. But
It also it takes you got to respect this as well. Like, I started this by saying I don't like them. I'm
I
starting
know
to
now
realize
you're
that
like,
they're
you're like
really
talking
good.
about how much you like
In the
them.
third one, they really sort of push the boat out more than I think they'll do with the first two, because they kill a child.
Yes.
We do.
Yes,
well,
they do.
Tell you who.
supposedly.
Toxic Avenger style.
Supposedly, yeah, because you don't even know if.
Yeah.
What do you mean Toxic Avenger style?
That's like the first person who dies. In
Yeah,
Toxic
there's-
Avenger.
Oh, yeah,
the
the
runner
kid
fell
kid
over.
gets
Yeah.
run over.
By what's it called, Splooge.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
What a name.
Let's not get into that.
Where's your Hellraiser? But yeah, the third one, they take a lot of risks, and you've got to respect that as well.
Yeah.
Well-
No, it's interesting. I think
Yeah.
it's
It's just like, I've said it's a cultural phenomenon. It's indie cinema, and you compare that to big budget Blumhouse,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like
they
Universal
just feel so forced,
subsidiary.
I think. Yeah, don't. That's the thing with Blumhouse, because like everything they're doing feels like it's like something. Yeah, terrible, but also it's like something you saw in the 80s, but worse. Like Megan,
It's just
it's just child's play. They
Yeah.
thought they had like a really big thing with that, and like they kind of do, but like it's just.
they thought they did, but then they made the second one where apparently it's like a 2-hour-long spy film.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second
then
one's
it
like
bombed.
Terminator 2, and then it made like no money. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's because they got too cocky. They were too confident
Yeah.
in that character, and then they realized, oh, actually, no, I think people just liked it because it was so weird. And
Oh yeah, they
unexpected
kept
at the
it's
time.
going back to that Horror Nights event. They kept rolling her out year after year to do the stupid dance from the film, and like nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's the same with like I haven't seen Black Phone 2. It looks canny, but I haven't seen
Yeah.
it. They've sort of turned the grabber into Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, that,
Well, because in the way that he
that's
is
such a daft
like
name.
a bit of a deviant, but also because like he appears like he's not actually like alive anymore.
Yeah,
He just like
okay.
appears in like
Right.
spirit form.
Okay.
So
okay.
like you say, it's what you've seen before.
It's just another version.
Freaky
of that.
is, like,
yeah,
slasher Freaky Friday.
totally.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
And
And then it starts off, and the fella. I
Happy,
think the
Happy Death Day as well.
Oh.
That was another attempt, and that was another one.
Oh,
with
what was that again?
Stupid
he had like a
that was
baby
like
mask
Groundhog
or something,
Day.
didn't he?
Yeah, it was like Groundhog Day, but some fella
Slasher,
trying to-
yeah.
yeah,
Like
slasher
I've seen the
Groundhog
first
Day.
20 minutes of Freaky. I put it on last night, and then I turned it off because it didn't look very good. But it starts off, and there's like a fella, and he's got like a really terrible. I'm assuming he's meant to be a parody of Jason because he's got like a
Right.
crappy mask on, and he's
yeah.
walking around. It's going like a, it's a
Vince
vague,
Vaughn,
it's a
isn't
vague,
it?
Vince Vaughn,
Yeah.
but it's like it's
Yeah.
like legally distinct. And like when the film starts, it pops up Wednesday the 11th.
Oh.
Then it goes Thursday the 12th. I'm assuming by the time they stop, it's Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Well, Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
Freaky Friday the 13th. They should have just called it that, man. That would have made so much more sense.
Yeah, but then
Yes,
people would have
good.
gone in thinking, where the hell's Jason?
Ah, that's a good point.
Where is
actually.
Jason these days?
Selling
He's
cider.
selling bloody cider. Yeah, he's stuck in the pocket of Big Angry Orchard,
That's-
or he's in
He's always in Call of Duty,
he's
always in
Call of
Fortnite.
Duty, or he's in Universal,
He's in
or
but
he's
his
just
own
literally anything but his own
Yeah.
film.
Yeah.
Jason Universe. He's like, and he's
That's the complete opposite of what we've been talking about with Art the Clown. Like,
Yeah,
true.
yeah, he is like the slasher, I would say,
Yeah.
aside from Michael Myers.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
he's been reduced to
Out.
tie-ins.
Oh, the clown could sell me cider.
Yeah.
I'd probably buy it.
He's like selling U2's figures, and
Yeah.
he's
I
appearing.
thought you were talking about the band.
Oh.
Yeah, like you too.
There's a cheer pet of him. Like, come on.
It's just daft. But I mean, I get it that it's like obviously he's quite famous and they're trying to sell him, but it's more the fact that they're like selling it off all, like they're selling it all
It's out of nothing.
off the back of nothing. It's
Yeah.
like this. It's not even merch of Friday the 13th. It's merch of whatever this fucking Jason
What's-
universe
Well, it's
is.
like I was looking at the t-shirts, and it was like a big Jason thing, but it just had Jason Universe on the bottom.
Yeah.
It was like a hockey jersey, and it had Jason's mask on the front. I'm thinking, no, that's kind of cool.
yeah.
Nice.
Jason Universe branded all over the back. It's
'Cause
so
you- like,
ugly.
That's the thing. Like I like Jason, but I like Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just him as a character. I like
the
those
problem
films. You know, like-
was that he got stuck in like copyright hell for
Yeah.
ages,
That's
for like a
true
good
also, yeah.
decades, because of Sean Cunningham,
yes.
and the producer like got into like a legal dispute saying like, no, I made Friday the 13th.
It's
No,
so
I made
stupid,
it.
That's
Yeah,
why they
'cause
have
it's
to stop the game, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
the
that was a
game-
good game.
That's the
Yeah.
same with Freddy at the minute.
Really?
The Wes Craven's estate, it's like has a really high price on him, and that's why he's not like in anything anymore.
It's stupid though, isn't it? Because it's like Friday the 13th's a weird case though, because obviously like Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, all of those established the slasher straight away.
Yeah.
It took them ages before Jason was like the killer, because like
the third
obviously
one, yeah.
they took like
Yeah.
the actual Jason that you know nowadays didn't come about until the third one,
Yeah.
like you say. So it's
'Cause
like
he didn't get his hockey mask till the third
Till
one.
the
'cause
third
he had
one,
the
yeah.
bag like head in the second one.
Then it was his man, the first one.
Yeah.
that's
No.
true. He wasn't even him
I
in the
actually
first
did
one.
for the baghead look.
Yeah, I don't mind the
Yeah.
Baghead look. I think it's
I've
kind of
seen-
cool. But
I've seen the first Friday the 13th. We saw it. Didn't
we saw.
It's-
You enjoyed it.
I'm a
I
zombie
loved it.
Jason truther.
That was
Yeah.
that was the first time me and Jake ever went to the cinema together.
Yeah.
Was to watch Friday the 13th, and I've never seen a man jump so high in my
The
life.
loud-
I
the
thought he was gonna go through the
loudest,
ceiling.
the loudest
So
screening
funny.
I have ever been in of my entire life.
It was so loud.
It was so loud, and I don't know why, in particular, that one they cranked the volume up so much because everybody was the same. It's because they do, they have the like the sound of the sound effects in
Yeah.
Friday the 13th. They just have loads of those stings where it's like the
Yeah.
the sort of it's not really a score, but it's like that kind
Yeah,
of like
I know what you
the
mean.
you know what I
Psycho-
mean, like
the
the
psycho
yeah,
high
it's
pitch, yeah.
basically the psycho music. That's exactly what it is, and it's like it was so loud. And anytime they did anything in that film, any sort of tiny jump scare, I was like, oh Jesus! And the two of us were both the same. It was so funny, but
It's sort of like, speaking of Friday the 13th, remake.
That's true.
remake.
Yeah,
The Friday the
remakes
13th
of-
remake was terrible.
I've not actually
Yeah.
seen it, but yeah, it's I think that there was an era when they were just trying to remake the originals. I'm glad we've moved
Yeah.
past that.
So-
and they're like
so,
trying to
Like
do.
Blumhouse.
Yeah,
tried
the
it with
Evil
Halloween.
Dead.
That's
new,
true.
New Evil Dead.
Oh,
It's
that's-
not like they're trying to
yeah.
remake the originals. They're just their own
Like their own
things.
That's a
Yeah.
good point, actually. Yeah, I think those films are really good. Like
I
I've
haven't seen
not,
them.
I've heard good things.
I've not seen like the Evil Dead remake, but I've seen Evil Dead Rise. Was it the newer
Yeah.
one? And I thought that was really good. Like, I mean,
The first one is. I personally preferred the first one over
okay, yeah.
Rise.
I
'cause-
haven't seen it. I need to watch it. But
Yeah.
I liked Rise because it was. I wasn't expecting it. I quite like the fact that it was like, instead of a cabin, it's like the same concept, but they're stuck in like a block of flats.
Yeah.
And like that was really cool. So they're like trying to escape from that. Obviously, like the mom's all demented and
Yeah.
possessed, and they do the same kind of thing where it's like everybody gradually getting more and more
Yeah.
possessed. It's like, except there's not an Ash. It's like every character looks like a twink, which is
Yeah.
like, it's fine, but like. I also think the opening sequence in that one is
Yes, where she
super-
levitates from
when
the
she
water,
levitates from
yeah.
the water, and like the title comes with her.
Yeah.
Like that was so
That
cool.
shot is so cool.
That
Yeah.
that opening it's worth it for that alone. But
So I think from
Yeah.
our like positivity, the general sentiment to like have they managed to bring slashers back? Is I would say so.
I think
Yeah.
they're still
They're still
like,
going with Scream.
They've ditched the
that's
ditched the
true.
whole
Scream,
yeah,
Scream's
Scream.
ongoing, and
They've ditched the reboot sort of era. That was pretty toxic for the like genre.
yeah.
And now you're getting like either original content or legacy sequels, which
Yeah.
it's legacy sequels. It's another can of worms, but
Yeah,
I
I
think
think it's a nice. It's as long as it's balanced, it's okay.
Yeah.
Because like in the 80s, I mean, obviously you had like all of these. They were like original at time slashers, but you also had like Psycho 2 and
Yeah.
like quite
Yeah.
a lot of films that would
It's
have
the-
been
yeah.
seen as
Yeah.
legacy sequels.
And you know
at the time,
they had
you
the
know?
stinkers back in the day as well, and we're
And
still
yeah,
getting
it's-
stinkers now.
Yeah.
Plenty of terrible films. Like there's so many terrible slasher films, and who knows? Maybe in 20 years, like a load of college kids will get drunk and watch terrible Blumhouse horror films because I love watching terrible 80s slasher films. I
Yeah,
think a
true.
lot they're like entertaining
Yeah.
even when they're not that good. So like, they don't all have to be really good. I just don't want them to feel forced or
Yeah.
like there for no real reason. Like I'd rather have something original that is also balanced, even if it's an original thing that has the name attached, like the new Evil Dead films. I
Yeah,
guess.
totally.
Yeah.
That is a good. That's good.
Also, the Hellraiser remake was pretty good.
I
Just
need to
there you
watch
go.
it.
Putting that out there. I liked it. It was mixed. People said different things, but
Yeah.
I really liked
So was
it.
the Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
No,
That was
No.
awful.
I'm joking.
That was awful.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm sorry. I'm joking. Sorry.
Well, I think that's all the pain and pleasure we have time for today. What's your favourite slasher film? Let us know at cineclub.podcast@sparksunderland.com.
You can also check us out on social media at the.cineclub.podcast _spark on Instagram, at the.cineclub.podcast on TikTok. Jesus Christ. Or the Cine Club Podcast on Facebook.
As always, this episode was recorded and produced by us, the Sunderland University students, as well as being edited by Emily Main. Special thanks to Steve Cannon, Barbara Sadler, and Richard Berry. A reminder that our 4 deadites this week have consisted of me, Jake,
Me, Matthew.
Me, Elliott.
And me, Billy. This has been a Cine Club production for Spark. Thanks for listening.